Hello, everybody. Welcome to our symbolism lesson. Today, we're going to be talking about symbolism. So, the first thing we need to do is define. I know we've talked about it before, but we can look up this definition right here. Okay. Symbolism is the use of symbols to signify ideas and qualities by giving them the symbolic meanings that are different from their literal sense. That's pretty wordy. I don't love it. So, I have a much simpler definition for symbolism, which you should type in this box. The simplest definition of symbolism is a symbol is an object that represents an idea. One more time, the simplest definition for symbolism is an object that represents an idea. Okay, so you should type that definition into this box. Now, we're going to talk about some objects by playing the symbolism game really quick. Okay. Now, we've been over this before too. This is a dove, and the dove is a symbol of, you guessed it, peace. Okay. So, next one, roses. What do roses symbolize? Okay. If you said love, romance, you would be correct. That's why people give each other roses on Valentine's Day. Ah, fire. What is fire, especially in a fireplace, represent? Some of you are thinking probably pain or something like that, but it actually represents passion and romance. Think about how many times you've seen on a TV show um, two people sitting on a couch and the fireplace going behind them, and then they have a very romantic scene. The fireplace is a symbol of passion or romance. Again, this is the object and this is the idea. Okay. The light bulb is representative of an idea or to have an idea. That's why in cartoons we see the light bulb go off above someone's head, and that means they've had a great idea. Okay. So again, we have the object on the left and the idea on the right. Oh, the apple. This is a biblical symbol. Okay. What does the apple represent? Knowledge. This is a symbol that represents the idea of knowledge. Oh, the snake in Western culture, the snake, also a biblical reference, is representative of evil. So the object, the snake, represents the idea of evil. Oh, we know this guy, the Hulk. What does he represent? This is a simple one. Power, strength. So the object, the Hulk, is representative of power and strength. Glasses. We see this all the time in stories. What are glasses representative of? NTV, I should add. Intelligence. So this object represents the idea of intelligence. The Grim Reaper, this object represents, you guessed it, death. Oh, an engagement ring. What does this object represent? The idea of marriage. Oh, this object represents the idea of poison. This is the maple leaf. It represents Canada. And oh, see now what if you look at this picture and you analyze it, what is the representation here? If you say it is, because you got birds being released from a cage and flying into the sky, if you say that it is freedom, you are correct. These objects, I should say, are representative of freedom. Oh, now I want to delete these. Okay, so actually, I won't delete them, but you could see colors can also be symbols. Hi, Matt. You could sit wherever you want. Go ahead. I'm recording something for a class. Okay. Red. Red often represents violence and loss of innocence. This is a big one. Okay. Loss of innocence for red is a big one. Okay. White often represents purity or innocence. If I present this, will it look better? No, it still looks the same. Black often represents darkness, evil. Okay, black is representative of evil. Green, the color green, also represents envy, wealth, and youth. Okay, and nature. All right, if you really love nature, green also represents nature, but green is representative of envy, which means you're jealous of somebody. Wealth, you have money, money's green. And youth, okay, we say someone's green when they're young and maybe immature. You all know the color blue, it means sad. That's why there's a whole genre of music called the blues. And then last but not least, yellow. Yellow often represents bright, happy, scared, fear. Now, They used to say back in the day that people were yellow, okay, and that meant that they were scared, but it can also represent bright and happy. So there are many other colors that have many other symbols. You are more than welcome to research other colors and find out what they mean, because what you are going to be doing next is making a mask for Romeo and Juliet. Okay, let me take you up to here. All right. The Romeo and Juliet mask project is very simple. You are in Verona and you are a mask maker. You just received several orders for masks for the Capulet Ball tonight. You will need to make a mask for one of the following characters. So you could choose from any one of these characters, okay? And you're going to create a mask for the character. The mask should represent the characters based on the text so far. So that means Act 1. Include two symbols that reflect the traits of the character. Create a design and include colors that are a reflection of the character. So, make sure your interpretation of the character is accurate to the action in the play. Okay, if you say that Tybalt is a real sweetheart, you are obviously not giving a true representation of Tybalt. Your mask should be colored and should reflect time and creativity should reflect time and creativity um, that was spent on putting it together. Okay, should reflect the time and creativity. Think about the use of color and the shape of your mask to also represent the character you selected. So the shape of the mask, the colors, that all goes into the design. Each of the symbols needs to be explained on a separate sheet of paper. Your explanation and analysis of the symbols will also factor into your grade. Okay, so I need to add one more thing down here, which is the overall design of your mask and the explanation of the design. So design, when we're talking about design, we're talking about shape, okay, and overall look. So what you're going to do is you're going to choose your character. So let's say I'm going to put a well, not a fake character, but a different character. I'm going to put the friar in there. And what I'm going to do then is choose one symbol for the friar. So, one symbol, let's just say for the friar that I think represents him, is the bird. Okay, and I'm going to explain now. This symbol represents the friar because he has a lot of freedom to do what he wants. Now, I'm not saying that this is necessarily true, but this is how we do the symbols. You will explain to another symbol. You will choose colors, okay? At least have some of your colors represent be symbols. Okay, so you could include as many colors as you want, but explain at least why some of your primary colors are in there and what they symbolize. Okay, if you have to look at the colors and look up what they symbolize, you may do that. And then explain what the design of your mask is, because you don't have to make it look like a regular mask. You could add edges to it and flowers and things like that. It's up to you. But I want you to explain why you did that. Okay, so that is the lesson. And if you have any questions, make a comment.